Hey everyone, I'm Ron DeJesus, and this is On Trend with Transcend. I'm here with Dr. Gabriela Zanfir-Fortuna, VP of Global Privacy at the Future of Privacy Forum. Gabriela, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. This is so cool. Such a cool setup, Ron.
I know you're going to be on a panel a couple hours from now, and it's on the Brussels effect. Can you give me one quick sentence on what that means?
Well, it's on the Brussels effect 2.0. So, are we going to see another phenomenon like with the GDPR, where countries around the world copied or were inspired a lot by the GDPR when it comes to the EU AI Act? So that's what we're going to discuss.
Nice. And speaking of the EU AI Act, give me one tip for operational professionals like me on how I can start to prepare for that.
First thing to do is to look at the timeline of implementation, because newsflash, you won't have one deadline. Practical tip number 2, make sure you are actually covered by the AI Act by thinking whether you have a high-risk AI system on your hands.
Speaking of the AI Act, the AI office was just announced. Do you have one tip for the folks that are going to be responsible for guidance, rules, etc.?
Absolutely. My best piece of advice for them is to collaborate as much as possible with similar bodies around the world. And I would directly point them to the US AI Safety Institute.
One last question for you, Gabriela. We're in Brussels. Are you more looking for Belgian chocolate, or do you more like waterzui?
Belgian chocolate, Belgian beer, and the frites, of course.
The moules frites is one of my favorite. Well, I'll see you at a happy hour. We'll have a Belgian beer, but thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Ron.